Hello and welcome to Soccer Laduma's Business Minds of Footballers. We are here at Pogiso Mahlangu's bespoke furniture business, and he's obviously going to tell us more about it. So let's get straight into it. Pogiso, thank you so much for having us here. But maybe let's just start. We're here in Centurion. Firstly, just tell us the name of your business and what you do.
Hello. The name of the business is Malindi Manufacturing and Designs. So what we basically do, we manufacture furniture and we also do reupholstery.
Yeah. I mean, we had an opportunity to obviously walk around here and see what it is that you do on a daily basis. The first thing that I'd like to ask you is, what inspired this? I mean, you get so many people who go into various types of businesses, and here you are making furniture. What inspired this?
What inspired this idea is me falling in love with a good space, very good looking space. I'm not a guy that's into, let's say, your cars or any other typical things that most guys like, which is not a problem also. I love a very good looking space. I love it when I come home, I feel so welcomed and I feel at peace, because a good looking space makes me feel at peace and it makes me calm.
Yeah. So that's what
Inspired me. Yeah.
But then take us through the process. Obviously, you like these things, you like a good looking space, but then how do you then go and start the business in terms of, I guess, registering capital that is required and obviously getting the materials that we see here?
Yeah. And how I started basically is I didn't start with capital. Surprisingly, because how I started was I sold the idea to the people that I know, and few of those people they trusted me enough for that idea to design their homes. Started off with the couch. I just went to them and asked them, "Can you give me a couch? Let's see what I can do." And then that couch looked stunning. From there, that's when the business kicked off, because you give me a deposit, and then I get everything that's needed to be done. Then once I deliver the couch, you pay the balance. Then from that balance, I save that money. That money carried on to the next clients. That's how the business kicked off. I started with zero capital.
Yeah. So is this a skill that you had learned? Like you say, you go and take someone's couch and then remake it. Is this a skill that you had learned, or you had someone or people that you knew who could help you do that to someone's couch, for example?
I know people that can do the work. I just went for a short course to learn how to make sure the stitches are good, what needs to be done, the quality of the work, because that's very important for me. I needed to see a difference in quality and also to maneuver to get to understand what's needed currently in the market, So all I needed to get was the people that know the work, and then I just came up with the idea.
Yeah. Please take us through, for example, we've seen your chairs outside, we've seen couches, the process of making a couch or reupholstering the couch.
The process of making a couch is you need quite a few things, not a lot actually. You need wood. You need a good foam. Where you need to know places where you get good foam, because the sponge needs to be proper. Because if you don't get the structure right, also the couch might not come out as you planned. So the process is it's not really too much, but you really need to put in the work and need to know how it's done. The measurements, you need to get them right. You need to know how to cut. You need how to bend the wood also. So those are the things that I needed to get them right, and then I knew from there the sky was the limit.
Yeah. How busy is the business? Where do you get your clients?
The business it's quite busy. Since I've been advertising a lot, I've been focusing more on marketing side. So what I do now is to apply for government tenders or private sectors. your banks, your salons, your spas. So I apply for those tenders, and then yeah.
If you were to give us an estimate, like how much furniture are you making or sending out to these places monthly?
Monthly, I would say, let's say for a hotel, for instance, or a B&B, I would make close to 30 headboards, maybe 30 couches, and chairs probably depends also. Maybe for the bar, I would make maybe 15 to 30 chairs a month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it a business that makes you profit?
it does.
And how long would you say it took you up just to make sure? When did you start the business?
I started this business 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah,
My goodness, it's still so new.
still so new.
Are you at a point where there is profit that you're seeing in these 3 months?
I've seen profit in my first month. Yeah, it wasn't as much, but I saw that okay, no, we're going somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. At the time you started it, you were still playing. You were still playing. Is there something that you're already thinking about life after football? I mean, it's not now, obviously, life after football, but were you also thinking that in future, I'm not going to be playing football anymore. I need something on the side.
For me to start this business is I had this urge of starting something before, because looking at my age now, I'm very close to retirement. You know, in South Africa, you retire when you're 30. But I'm very close to retirement, and I don't want the game to kick me out. You know, I just want to walk out freely, knowing that I'm at peace. I've served the game well, and now it's for me just to continue with something that I've already started. Because I don't want that pressure where I'm gonna have to start something when I'm done with football. So that time there's so much pressure. Now I'm gonna use all my savings, and you know. So for now, I know I still have a leverage of a salary where I can, you know, even if I don't make a profit for the instance a month, I'm still able to live.
Yeah.
Unlike when I'm done with football, where I depend on this business only, because you know how business can be.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just to continue post my playing days.
Yeah. Would you say you've always been business minded?
Yes, I would, because I've had I've been in the Uber business. I've sold jewelry. Not so long ago, I was selling jewelry. I've had a candles and diffuser business. I still have it, but it's on hold for now because my focus has moved. So I've always been business minded.
Yeah, because I was actually about to ask what happened to the Uber business and the jewelry business as well.
Oh, the jewelry I've stopped because COVID. COVID really interrupted it, because you know when you import things, it was a bit difficult at the time. So I had to stop that. And then my Uber business also, I can't really explain how it stopped. There was just a lot of complications there. Yeah.
And based on these businesses, what lessons did you maybe take from those businesses that you bring now? Because I guess with everything there's experience. You get to learn something that you bring into here, and maybe it helps you to do things better if there were things that you felt that you didn't do right back then.
I feel like I didn't do enough research, you know, because I just had an idea and then I just went with it, you know, without going deep and doing my research, finding out if it is possible to move from this point to this point at a certain time. I didn't get those things right, you know. So now I know that there is a loss, there's a profit, how to handle that profit, how to handle the loss, you know, because I couldn't even handle both before, but now I'm able to handle both. On a bad month, I know how to handle that month. On a good month, I also know, you know. Yeah, so it taught me a lot.
You say something interesting there, research. How did you do your research here? Because you're entering in a space that maybe there are a lot of other businesses like this. And how do you know that people want to buy furniture, need furniture?
For me, I didn't go into this business wanting to sell furniture. I went into this business because a few of my neighbors were like, "Yo, my couches are so like they look out of place. I need to, you know." And then I was like, "But there's a lot of people who actually want to do a reupholstery on their couches, you know." So that's when the business kicked in. I'm like, "Oh, if I can do a reupholstery, why not start it from scratch and manufacture?"
Yeah.
So those two ideas just came about.
Yeah. And in family, is there anyone you're working with in your family that's...
Yeah, I'm working with my aunt, but this business specifically is my business and my wife.
Yeah.
So my wife and I we're really fully invested in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case maybe I relocate or something, she'll
Yeah.
be able to carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're currently not attached to a football club. How has that time helped you to like really be here in the business? Because let's say you were playing, you might not have been able to be here all the time. So maybe this could be a blessing in disguise. But how has this time helped you to really focus on the business and help it grow?
Yeah. This time, I think me being released as Sekhukhune came at a very unfortunate time. But what I can say was a blessing in disguise, you know, because funny enough, after being released, that's when the ideas came about. That's when it started flowing. That's when I started seeing the vision, seeing the bigger picture, you know, finding the time to register my company and also complying, you know, in every aspect. So me not being attached to a team, it really came. I don't want to say at the right time, but that time really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'll be where I am today if I was still attached to a team.
Yeah. We'll come back to discussing football, but I'm sure there are a lot of footballers out there, especially the ones that are still playing. What sort of advice would you have for a footballer who wants to get into business or does not really know what to do because maybe their time is coming up and their only plans are only going to start once they retire?
And my advice to the players right now is start now. Don't ever wait for you to turn 30. Start now. If you want to start something now. Don't even hesitate because now you still have a leverage of the salary, bonuses, you know. Some players, they win cups, they get big bonuses. Whatever you want to do, start now and learn now, you know. You wanna fail. And failing doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
So for you, learn, get the experience, and then one day you're gonna get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually something I forgot to ask earlier on. How many people do you have hired here, and yeah, your staff, and what is it like managing people on a day-to-day? Because I'm assuming at the end of the month they're expecting a salary whether the month was good or bad.
With my staff, I have I have 5 employees. So how we basically work it out, they earn a week. Yeah, that's what they ask for. So I was like, if you're comfortable with that, let's do that. So they earn per week, and me managing these people, I make sure they are well taken care of. I make sure they are happy. The environment, it's good for them to work, you know, because with my experience, I know when the environment doesn't allow you to, you know, express yourself and have fun, you don't want to take out the best out of you. So for me to get the best out of them, I need to keep them motivated. You know, when we did well 1 month, I also show them appreciation. So that's how I keep them happy.
Quite interesting that you say you pay them weekly, because you'll explain in terms of how the weeks work. What happens on a slow week, or do you maybe work ahead in terms of finances as well?
Remember when I mentioned how to manage your profits? That's where it comes in. I make sure those profits are well kept for rainy days. So in case of a slow week, that's when I go and I tap into that, and then we keep it moving.
Yeah. You mentioned your wife as well. What role is she playing here? How important is she for running this whole business that you guys have?
Yeah, my wife and I have so many things in common. It's like we one actually, yeah. So we think the same, speak the same language, we just like the same thing. So the role she played a major role, huge role. I don't think this business would have grown so quick without her. I think she's the pillar of this business.
Yeah. How important is it to have someone like that in your life? Because a lot obviously said about footballers and maybe the type of woman they have in their lives. How important is it to have someone who going to ensure that you're solid as well and you're doing the right things and making the right investments?
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important to have someone that's going to keep you grounded. You know, that will be able to reprimand you. You know, when someone reprimands you means she cares. So having someone like that that's gonna keep your life in order, you're very blessed to have that person.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you have that person, hold on to that person.
Yeah. I mean, I ask that because let's say you do find a club and it requires you to move outside of the province. Just the role then she'll be, or that she'll need to play.
It's gonna be a huge role. Because also now we have a little one, you know. So we always try to find the balance, you know, to spend time with the baby. And so with me not being around, she's gonna have to play all the roles by herself. So it's gonna be a huge role for her to play. But she's capable. Yeah.
How have you dealt with these last few months where you haven't had a club? I mean, yes, the business has kept you busy, but what has life been like for you in terms of that?
Different. Because, you know, I've been doing this thing all my life. That's all I know. So my daily routines now, they have to change. My body clock now has to change. Because now I'm used to waking up, get ready, maybe get the baby ready for school. I take it to school, I go to training. Now I just take it to school, I have to drive back home. Sometimes it makes me sad. Yeah.
What do you call this? Do you still train though?
Like,
alone. So why did you leave? I mean, you say, I mean, this whole thing obviously makes you sad, which we'll get into, but why did you leave Sekhukhune months or weeks before the end of the season?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. I have no idea. I was just told that I needed to go train with the MDC, which is something that came as a surprise, and I did. I went, So I went and trained with the MDC in hopes of maybe they'll call me back, but they never did.
Yeah. So there was no explanation. But did you not get an opportunity to question why they're not, or why they want you to train with the MDC or DDC?
I feel like I needed to sit down with the coach. Yeah, I think that's what I feel. It should have happened, but I never got the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I didn't know whether it was my performance or I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm still confused. I still don't know why everything happened the way it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just grateful for the opportunity they gave me though. Yeah.
But okay, I guess I'm trying to think about it. Let's say it comes in a message, go train with the DDC tomorrow. Is it you then saying, okay, I'll go? Is there no part of you that says why? And if you're asking why, who would you be asking it to?
I did ask. I did ask to the technical director. Is it the sporting director? McDonald's Makuredu. He couldn't give me answers. Because I asked him, do you really think I deserve to train with the MDC? This has nothing to do with the coach or the chairman or him personally, because he knows me well. I asked him. He couldn't give me a straight answer. So I'm still confused.
Yeah. But what does it say about football at times? Because how long were you there? Because you came up with them, right?
For 4 years. No, when the season when they went up, that's when I joined. So I was there for 4 seasons.
I mean, what does it say about football that you can be at a club for so long, but when it's time to let you go, it's like that? What does it say about how football can be and loyalty?
Yeah, football is a game where they can love you today and tomorrow they wake up and the feelings have changed, towards you. So that thing has been happening all over the world. I mean, we've seen it, it's still happening. So we need to do justice to ourselves also. Because now we don't have to wait for that day where the game kicks you out, Let's try to do something. Let's try to equip ourselves. Let's try to, study if you can, start something if you can. We not all want to be coaches, and football doesn't owe us anything at all. So if we believe being at a club for so long, we deserve to get a job or whatever the case may be, that's not the way to go. Because football there's no loyalty in football, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you train with the DDC, and then what happens after that? You train with them for a certain time, and then they say,
What's funny is that when I went to DDC, the DDC coach didn't want me there. I was training on the side. I wasn't training with the DDC. I was training on the side because the coach was more focused on his team. I mean, he's got a few more games to go. I'm not going to play games. Why would I join them and interrupt their sessions? But anyways, I was there training on the side, trying to push, because I've always been a professional that I am. I've always took my job serious. I've always been committed. I've always been loyal to the game. Even though the game has let me down so many times, but I'm still loyal to the game. So training with the DDC, it really killed me mentally. But I had to bounce back, and that's where the business came in. Yeah, that's when my confidence started coming back. And
but is it while you were there where they then told you that you're no longer?
While I was still training with the DDC, the first few days of my DDC, that's when I was starting also to think of other things.
You talk about being sad, but what kept you going? I mean, you do mention the business, but is there anything else that?
My wife and my daughter. Yeah. When I got the news, when they broke the news to me that I will no longer be part of the first team, my wife was like, I'm happy that happened because I've seen what the team has done to you. She was like, I don't know if it's the team or the people there that really damaged you, because this is not my husband that I know. And from that day onwards, I did some reintrospection, reflecting. I did a lot of reflecting in a sense of, was football really doing that to my family, because I wasn't happy. I couldn't play with my daughter. I wasn't the same at home, I was always stressed, not playing, giving my best. Because it's very difficult to wake up every morning to give your best, and it seems like your best is just going down the drain.
And I was about to ask you, do you feel that you as a player did enough to get the game time that maybe you would have wanted? Because not in a bad way, but we tend to say players want to play, but maybe someone might not be giving the right amount of effort to get ahead of other players in the team based on what you saw from yourself in training, how you showed up every day. Do you feel that you should have had more game time?
One thing about me, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I'm a very honest guy. I deserve to play. I gave 110% every day. No matter how tired I was, how painful my body was, I'll still show up. I've done that quite a lot of times. There were times where we played Confed in Congo. I've never experienced such a heat in my life. Never played in a very long time. They took me there, played Confed. It was my first 90 minutes. I don't know in how many months. I gave my all. Played with cramps. Still kept going. Kept going because we had no subs. You know? So that shows for me that if you have a guy that's going to give you that, the only thing that you can give that guy is just to reward him and show him that, you know what, I appreciate what you did. I'm not saying I deserve to play all the games, but from what I've built, can I just carry on, you know? That's all I needed. Unfortunately, I never got that.
I mean, you saw the situation. Were there ever times where you felt that, okay, I'm not playing, let me look for another team? Were there ever times where offers came and maybe turned them down because, I don't know, you're being loyal to Sekhukhune? Were there options outside of Sekhukhune that maybe could have given you more game time?
I don't really know, but what I know is that I spoke to the guy that I'm working with, my agent, yeah. I spoke to him, I told him, my man, you can see the situation. Can I please go to Magesi? I asked him that. Can I just...
At the start of the season?
January.
Oh, okay.
The start of the season I was starting before they changed the coach and then everything just... So I asked him to go to Magesi on loan in January. And then he told me, no, the chairman says, hey, we're going to need you, and, you know. So I was like, oh, if the chairman says that, it means I'm still in the plans. Let me just relax. And then I was in the squad the following game. I played against Pirates somewhere in Feb. That was my last game.
That was it. Where you mentioned Magezi, were Magezi seriously interested in you, or did you feel that there was an option for you?
It was an option considering the fact that I've worked with Coach Owen. You know, Coach Owen knows me well. So I didn't want to jump the gun and call the coach, can I, you know? I just wanted to do things the right way. So the move never happened. Yeah.
Would it be an option going forward?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as the environment is good, project is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, it's actually quite fascinating. Do you give coach a call and say, Coach, I'm looking for a club, or do you trust the agent to do things for you? Because maybe because you've worked with him, you know him. I don't know if that's how deals at times can be done between a player and a coach. How do you go about it if you want to go there?
With me now, I'm not going to depend on my agent, you know? Like I'm experienced now for me to sit at home and wait for him. I'm also going to play my part, call whoever that I need to call, and find out if it's possible for me to join, you know? Because for me to wait for my agents sometimes they work with so many players. And whoever now that's hot, they'll go with that player, so he'll be the last option. I'm not saying it's like that, but I'm just speaking the truth.
Yeah.
The agent goes with the hottest property at that moment, which is fine. But with me, I'm gonna call and find out if there's something, then I'll go. But if he's also got something, then we're good to go.
Yeah. What matters the most in that situation? Is it money? Because you're thinking, okay, you said you're 30. You maybe have 5, 6 years, 7 maybe. Do you look at, I'm heading closer to retirement, money, or does game time matter more than whatever you're gonna get from the next club you join?
I'd say game time matter more because I haven't played in a while. Not to say money is not important. Money is also important. I mean, we all need money, but my first priority would be game time. Yeah, because I want to play as much as I can. Because I miss football. I really miss football so much.
Does the league matter? Whether it's Betway Premiership, Motsepe Foundation, Championship?
My wife and I had this conversation when this whole thing happened, when they told me I don't want to be part of the team anymore. That's when I sat her down, then I explained to her, like, there's only so many teams in Gauteng. And chances are I might leave the province. So how do we deal with that. And then, luckily now, she was like, whatever makes you happy. If you feel like leaving the province, it's gonna make you happy and getting game time wherever you're going, do it. Then we'll see how we work it out. Yeah.
At this rate, what are the chances of finding a club before pre-season starts? Because I'm sure you don't want to join a team when just before. What would you say are the chances of?
I'd say chances are high of me joining a team for preseason. Chances are very high. Yeah, and I'm positive.
We're gonna wrap up soon. I just want to ask you about the season itself that we've had. And I've always wanted to get a thought from a player who's outside of a team like Sundowns, where you're in a league where a team wins 8 titles in a row. As players watching on, what's the feeling like? Because, I mean, for them it's good, Sundowns, but I'm sure for others, they don't want to see a team dominating so much where there's hardly any competition.
For me, I admire Sundowns. I mean, winning 8 league titles in a row is not easy because at some point you're going to get complacent. But that has never kicked in at Sundowns. Look how they win the league. Those guys, the professionalism. For me, I don't look at it in a way of these guys are dominating the league. It's like a farmers' league. No, I always look at the positives. How do these guys do it? Why do these guys? Why are they so consistent? You know, because look at other seasons. Sometimes would win a league by a big margin, still have maybe 5+ games to go. They'll still win those games. Why? They'll never draw or lose or be, you know. The professionalism, that's what I take from their team. I admire that so much. The character, the fighting. No matter how bad things can be, they'll still find a way to win. Those are the things I look at.
What would it take for others to get to that level, to compete with them?
For me, it's investing. Sometimes they've invested a lot. So it's not surprising to see Sundowns do what they do. If you have the means to invest, do it, you know, because you can't be sitting here and say, Sundowns, they dominate. We also want to see other teams at least competing. You know, Pirates also, they tried, but I felt like it could have been better, you know, because if big teams like Chiefs, Pirates, they have the means to invest like Sundowns, at least they must try to match the standard, you know, because we also need more teams to compete, and that's also good for the fun as well. Yeah.
The last question. You mentioned you've got a daughter, and you play for a team like Sekhukhune, or you played for a team like Sekhukhune. There's been a whole lot of changes in terms of clubs that have come and gone. There's a possibility that Bloemfontein and Celtic will be back. First question, how do you feel as a player that maybe one day when you're long retired and you're trying to tell your kids or other kids, if you're going to have more kids in the future, that I played for Sekhukhune and maybe Sekhukhune doesn't exist anymore? What do you make of these changes and clubs sometimes disappearing?
For me, I think that's one of the factors that's also killing our football, you know, because clubs disappearing. If you're gonna have teams like Reds, Supersport now, they might also your IX. Those teams are known quality players they produced. They've known the history they had. So them disappearing really takes our standard of football really low for me because it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Because when Vets was bought by TTM, we all saw what happened. So we don't need such things in our football, honestly. So I really don't like it. That's my personal view.
Thank you so much for your time. Just a quick one. How do people get in touch with you to get to know about your business and all of that?
We have our social media handles on Instagram. It's at Malindi Designs, and also on TikTok. And also you can WhatsApp us on either on 078 177 or alternative it's 067 204 3865.